Hi, my name is Justin. I'd like to talk to you about today's charity shout-out. And today's charity shout-out is RAIN, the Rape, Abuse, and Incest... Let me make sure I'm reading that correctly. Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. They are a nonprofit organization to help with people who have been They're a nonprofit anti-sexual assault organization, the largest in the United States. They carry out programs to prevent sexual assault, help survivors, and ensure that perpetrators are brought to justice through victim services, public education, public policy, and consulting services. Relax, I'm almost done. No comments, please. I am going to donate $50 to this charity, and I would highly suggest that you do the same. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I felt it would be in maybe slightly poor taste to when reviewing this movie regarding the background and controversy, so I asked someone, what's a charity that I should donate to kind of like be goodwill. So please donate to RAIN today, RAINN. There'll be a link in the description. Thank you. Meow. Now on with the review. Sorry.
I don't really understand it.
Hey, everybody.
Hi,
Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Kay,
And I'm Roller Coaster Rider.
movie critic.
And we're going to review Farewell, FamiKamen Rider. Now, you might be wondering, is there something wrong with our recording? Is there something wrong with the device you're watching this on? No, because I don't know if it's intentional or if it's just a coincidence, but
Throughout the movie, this is how it was shot.
I'm
Easily said, just say it.
I'm very sorry. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name. So I'm just going to say the MarzGurl duo. They apparently are big fans of Battlefield Earth because they love these Dutch angles.
Okay. Better than me. Get a sore neck.
There's some other... So, basically, given that this is maybe our third or fourth video game movie review, they've had their hit. We've had hits and misses with video games. I liked DOA. Did we ever do a review of the Assassin's Creed?
The movie sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. You'd have to go back in your long list.
And I don't think we did a review of it, but we watched it. It was In the Name of the King, a Uwe Boll movie. So, given that we're not huge video game fans, obviously, you know, we liked our Wii bowling and everything, but that's about as far as we got video game-wise.
And Frisbee.
I'm more of a roller coaster...
Tennis.
I'm more of a roller coaster tycoon person.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm wearing these glasses.
Building them parks.
That's why I'm wearing these glasses. I'm going to adjust the lighting a little bit.
Okay, do that. And can we go back...
Does that help?
Yeah, whatever. Can we go back to normal? Because they were normal part of the movie.
How do you turn this off? Perfect.
Okay. Ooh, got a kink in my neck.
I'm in your shadow.
Just say I was in your spot.
So anyway, So anyway, in this movie, the best way I would describe it is it's kind of like Terminator meets Lord of the Rings with a little dash of Transformers at the end.
Maybe, yeah.
And being that you're not a fan of Lord of the Rings, or you probably haven't even seen those movies.
Never.
That's a great comparison for me to bring it up with.
You've seen them?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. Let me put it to you. Let me say it in a way you'll understand. It's like Lady Terminator meets Magic in the Mirror meets Transformers.
I don't even know how you would try to combine them together, huh? That's a little out of the ordinary.
Well, it starts in 2012 where MarzGurl is shooting at some nameless, faceless...
No, they had faces. They had eyes. They were dressed in black and white. They were called Ages.
Ages.
Okay, I was close.
They kind of look like the... There's no nice way to say it. They kind of look like the Black Power Ranger costume. Then it cuts to 2015 where she has longer hair and different colored hair, because in the first one she had kind of like a pinkish hair.
Just a strand. Oh wait, it was on this side. It was a strand hanging down, so it was like an inch.
No, it was like pinkish kind of hair.
Oh, her punk hair.
Yeah. I don't know if she went through a punk era. She's changed her hair a lot.
And then it was
been a blonde, and now she's like
brunette with the green.
Brunette
light
with
brown.
one green strand.
Yep, light brown. But it's about an inch wide strand.
And she has an Uzi 9mm.
But
with
she has to
almost
program
any powers.
She has to program it, so I don't think it was an Uzi. Anyway.
That's a Schwarzenegger reference.
I know.
An Uzi 9mm.
I know.
So anyway, leaves her for a bit, cuts to some dude named Chris. Stinky Chris.
Yeah, stinky, sweaty Chris.
Okay. He didn't look sweaty, but whatever.
Yeah, he kept...
He goes to this guy who's the king of space.
He's selling some things so he could get some gas money to be able to take the Astrovan and his ladies out to eat. But he had to put in gas. He had to pay for gas first.
You know those people that do live action role play of Star Wars or Lord of the Rings and stuff? Picture that if it was just one person.
Just one person.
Just one person doing that. Kind of weird. And he was clearly wearing a Burger King helmet, and I'm not sure... Crown, yeah. And I'm not sure, but I think that might be MarzGurl playing his mother.
And the cape.
It sounded like her.
And
so, anyway, he has this huge box full of classic video games, including Capcom games. Or Capcom. I apologize, video game fans. Do not execute me. You don't know?
Okay, come
on. They're powerful.
Let's get to the story. It's a 2-hour-long plot. Could have been done in an hour and a half.
Angry Joe could strangle me by just staring at me.
Okay, just, come on.
So anyway, he finds this, what kind of game did they say?
It was some Nintendo.
It's it's like an old video game, and we get a cameo by Likara, who's known for his comic book reviews, and it's revealed some guy probably made that as a compilation, or he burned it himself. So he tried to do it and it didn't work, so he's like,
He goes out there and he asks the game.
No, I already said that part.
Yeah, sorta.
So then he's like, well, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get a taco. On the way, he gets
meets up with some
in
people.
a fight with
Ages.
two of those Power Rangers ninjas. Power Ranger ninjas, and MarzGurl comes in within a few minutes and just like blasts them to Kingdom Come.
Pew, pew, pew.
And she's basically kind of the Terminator in this. I'm surprised. Well,
just in the beginning, she once she meets up with the guys, no,
I would say she's still kind of like the smart one of the two.
Of Chris and her, yeah, probably.
I'm surprised she didn't say she pretty much did everything but say, "Come with me if you want to live." Like she did say, "I just saved your life. So come on, let's go."
Well, I'm hungry. What do you want to eat? Tacos. Okay, follow me.
We'll get tacos later. So do they walk first or do they drive?
I thought they drove to that building and then they walked. And then it was a lot of walking. I didn't see them drive to the forest.
So then they walk into this. So then they walk into this building, which,
like a Chinese restaurant or something, is what it reminded me of.
I thought it was going to be like a Mexican place, or what? Do you mind? So anyway, after that, then they go through the bathroom. And then they walk.
They go through a door that goes downstairs.
No, it said
the bathroom.
It said the bathroom.
Next to the bathrooms. He didn't go in the woman.
Yeah, he went. It was a man-woman. It was a man/woman.
She went in the woman's and he went in the men's.
It was a unisex bathroom.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Hey! No! Bad kitty.
You left it out.
Self-control.
You leave it out, Justin. Go on, keep talking.
Yes, my name is Justin. Not this Justin, okay? I'm still alive. And I'm not Jewish. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Anyway, so it's pretty much at this point. Are you done?
Almost. Keep talking.
Oh, you always tell me to do that. Are you going to blow your nose?
No.
Okay, so then... then it's kind of like a Matrix scene where they go to meet pretty much the Oracle, who's an Asian guy who's like revealing all of this information.
Well, wasn't he supposed to be with Nintendo?
Or was that the other guy?
The other guy was Sega. Well, no, he was fired from Sega. The guy that they met was Nintendo.
So anyway, then
downstairs in the restaurant buildings.
So anyway, then they drive, and I'm pretty sure
then they walk a long time.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is taking place somewhere in like Texas now.
I don't know.
Because I think that's the only time I've ever seen a Buc-ee's.
And
I thought I saw Austin.
Maybe. Thanksgiving. No, it started in Canada, didn't it?
I thought it started in like New York and then
it was Canada. Remember?
Okay.
They showed Canada and I said the leaves should have been changing more by Thanksgiving.
Yeah. But wait, Canada doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving.
I'm sure there's some Americans up there that do. Or maybe it was a different time of the year, Thanksgiving. Whatever.
We don't celebrate Boxing Day in the U.S.
I know, Justin.
That's December 26th in Australia.
Yep.
That's like a big holiday.
Yes.
No, that's like a big holiday down there.
I know. Day after our Christmas.
So, what else? Then this is one part that I liked. It's where MarzGurl was saying, like, look, I'm fine driving, but you gotta talk to me. And I'm like, man.
Sound familiar? Well, then
Hey,
he wants to play the radio. Oh my
No,
God.
that was earlier. That was during the daytime. This is at night.
But you didn't give any indication about the radio. Excuse me a minute.
Should I stop it?
No, just keep going. I'll be back.
Second, folks. So anyway, she's basically saying, look, you need to talk to me to stay awake. And I'm like, well, I could do that. I could talk to you, MarzGurl, for about 14 hours if you wanted me to. Probably not about anything you'd be interested in. So anyway, they then get into the forest. Oh, it's pretty funny because they do talk about, I don't know if I should mention this, if I should mention it. She talks about how, she met Juwario while trying to take over the micronation of Molossia, which is near Nevada, with a bunch of people and like some crazy leader. And I was like, I know what they're referring to. Then after that, then they get out and then they kind of just like walk in the woods for a couple of minutes, which something I do want to say is that I want to make two kind of complaints. One is about kind of the camera work, and the other is kind of about the audio. Now, okay, I'm saying this with my very poor, very limited camera and audio skills. So, no judgment, and I would make these comments if this was like a $300 million movie, okay? But, the camera was kind of like this, where it kind of like moved back and forth, like it was like a little shaky, kind of. And then there's parts where the air will go from like and then in the next frame it'll be like and that's within the same scene, and this is in a building. So anyway, they walk in like the woods, and then in the middle of this open field area, they find where one of their friends has been kind of hanging out, just having himself a party, hanging out with the family. Or, I said that wrong. Sorry. Let's see, what else? So that's when they kind of talk about, like, Ages is a reference to Sega. And it was like Sega and Nintendo thinking that the feud was over. I don't even know if there is still a feud. Well, I did know of someone who's confused between picking the Xbox One and the PS4, and I heard the PS4. So, but I think Xbox is Microsoft, so I just went on a pointless tangent. I'm sorry. They later find out that this, the old school controllers where you, like, have to move like this and, like, press buttons and, like, they have, like, two joysticks, kind of, like this. Or PlayStation controls. He has, like, a special kind of PlayStation control, that was from like a portable video game, which then got turned into that, I think. And this is kind of where another case of where the audio kinda comes in a little amateurish, in my opinion. I'm not trying to insult anyone who worked on this movie, but there's parts where it'll be like regular audio, and then when they go to one of the people that's wearing a mask, and it's obviously dubbed because there is no noise anymore, there's no wind, nothing, and you just hear them talk. You just hear them talk like this, while the other guy is just kind of like going all around and just like pantomiming various things. Who is that guy? Oh god, George Steinbrenner. Kind of like George Steinbrenner, kind of, on Seinfeld, except this is now outside, so you can very tell that it's obviously dubbed in. I don't know if the mask, it was just hard to say, or if that was always planned, but okay. What I will say is that the fight scenes are pretty good. The blood is actually pretty good. I don't know what this would have been rated if I were to. It would probably be a soft. You probably could have released it as a very intense PG-13 or a very light R rating, if I were to guess. You could probably make... This could have been probably PG-13, except they said the F-bomb once, which... I think you can do that in a PG-13 movie, but yeah, and there is a lot of blood, so... There's not a ton of profanity, and there are some squirts of blood, so maybe this could be a very extreme PG-13, I think. I've seen tamer R-rated movies, and I've seen worse PG-13 movies and worse PG movies, but that's besides the point. So anyway, MarzGurl then blames herself for causing the death of her two best friends who have the FamiKamen power. And I heard reviews saying like, "Oh, she cannot do dramatic work, blah 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 blah." Shut up. Those are just people that wanted to hate this movie and hate her and just wanted anything to make it seem like she's a bad actress. She's not the best actress I've ever seen, but she's far from the worst actress. She at least puts emotion into what she says. So I'll give that. This movie, there's like another 50 minutes afterwards, and as usual, I'm keeping my lips shut, because why see the movie if I'm gonna spoil everything? I don't hate this movie. If this was on DVD, would I want to buy it? I would have loved to have seen, like, bloopers, and maybe... I would have loved to have heard the commentary, how some scenes went, and, yeah, some bloopers would have obviously been pretty funny. The problem is that the movie, because it's kind of an action epic style film, it's not a very strong comedic film. The ending pretty much just rips off Transformers by having two Gold Lords beating each other, or whatever.
No, the first guy she thought that she
two
killed.
G.I. Joes fighting each other. And I would say it's better than a Transformers fight scene. I know that's a cliche to say, like, oh well, this fight scene was better than the fight scene in Transformers, but yeah, it was. I already did the review, so
Okay.
I'm putting in my final thoughts. So,
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I had to go take care of something.
I wish. I've only seen like one movie when one video when MarzGurl did a review, and that was years ago. It was when she was reviewing The Last Unicorn, I think. And this one, I would have liked to have seen her try to direct more, or maybe write more. I would have liked to have seen her. Maybe if they did a sequel called, like, MarzGurl Back to You or something, or...
But the two guys...
Or MarzGurl looking two ahead.
But the two guys in the game, it would have had to be in a different game.
MarzGurl looking to the future, where it was essentially her, where it would kind of like maybe be like an Underworld style movie, where she's being chased by like a bunch of evil henchmen that are like trying to kill her, and she has to use her wits, her brains, her brawn, her did I say wit?
Her wits.
Okay.
Yeah, but would Chris be back or somebody else? Because they became friends.
No, well, maybe he could appear at the very end, but I'd like this to be a MarzGurl starring movie.
I don't know if she could pull it by herself.
I think she could.
Okay. I don't think so, but you say so.
This could have used maybe slightly funnier material. I say that as someone who's never written a funny joke.
Not slapstick. Just,
no,
you know, a little...
Yeah. Like, okay, this is probably the funniest joke I've ever written. It was so hot outside, I stood next to a cheerleader to get the cold shoulder.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
But since it's on YouTube, I would say watch it. Please don't send her any hate mail. Please don't be one of those jerks. Please don't send her threats.
Oh, come on.
Please don't send her threats. And
you have to see who did cameos. Did you mention all of them?
Linkara.
No, let them watch.
Well, I said that. Well, that would have been that. Well, I did say Linkara already.
Yes.
Then there's a lot of other cameos.
Because they were cheering the guy on.
And also they were friends with her.
Whatever.
One more thing, you know. You don't always... MarzGurl, you don't always have to sing songs. I mean...
Well, she probably sings better than I do. I'm kind of off key. I used to be in mixed choir in high school, but now
it's nice. It's nice that she did, but you know, you don't always have to.
You could just play music.
It's fine. Yeah.
Just play music.
You could have gotten someone else too. No offense, but yeah.
Okay.
I apologize.
That's okay.
I feel like the biggest jerk on the planet now.
Okay, let's move on.
So, would you say, if this was a theatrical movie, would you say rent it?
No.
You wouldn't rent this movie?
No.
What if this was on Netflix?
I wouldn't rent it there. Maybe I would watch it, but I don't think I would even watch it. You wanted to watch it, so that's why I watched it.
Well, it's around her birthday, so...
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hope you enjoyed this really terrible present. But Well,
It wasn't the worst movie I saw, okay?
it wasn't the worst.
For a new director, young director, whatever, just keep at it.
It's not the worst movie you've seen? Wait,
not the worst.
It's not the worst movie you've seen that involves a main female character and people around her dying.
Whatever. I know.
Join us. Well, let me look at the calendar. It's January ...
Okay.
Oh, well, since we're out of January, you know what that means, right?
February.
Black History Month.
Go.
Bye.
Bye-bye.